want to talk tonight about relationships, or use a little play on words, should I say, relating to the ship that you're in. Companionship, fellowship, relationship, even worship. We'll get to that towards the end. A lot of people's been coming to me asking me during the pandemic, why isn't things good in their relationship? And for some, the issue is that the absence of time was the cohesiveness to the relationship. More time reveals that you might not even like each other. That's horrible to find out after being with a person for 10, 15 years with kids, 20 years and grandchildren is in the union, and you just finding out because of close confinements through the shelter in place, I don't even like this person. To only find out that the side relationship that you've been in has been holding your foundational relationship together. Is this a preacher talking to me right now? Absolutely. Because whoring and unfaithfulness does not look or turn the cheek to a person who says they know Jesus. Someone asked a question that says, who's making love to your old lady while you out making love? Who was that did that? Who? It was somebody sang that song. It was an old school player. His name would come to me. That was his song. Who's making love to your old lady while you out making love? Johnny Taylor asked that question. Now, you wouldn't have to ask that question if you was making love to your old lady. You'd have no time to be out, right? Bishop, how do I know that my relationship is kind of going south? I wrote a few things down. That is the signs of cheating or the great disconnect. One of them is change in technology. Spending more time at the office. The use of the computer continuously. Constantly on your phone. Attitude changes towards the one that you really used to be close with. You start wearing clothes and things that you never wore before. All of a sudden you want to get an earring, a ring in your ear with your 90-year-old self. Or hobbies begin to change. Now you want to do karaoke. Change in communication. You become hostile towards your mate. Quick at it, short temper, move on, what have you. Change in your sex life. Doing stuff that you didn't do before, or doing a whole lot more, or none at all. You start lying and you are avoiding your mate, waking up in the morning before she gets up, and coming in the night while she's sleeping. Two ships passing in the night, living in the same port. Money issues, and always taking your cell phone and turning it face down. I want to help somebody today. If you find yourself in one, two of those situations, or all of them, I don't want you to go and be accusatorial. I want you to observe the situation. Because him turning his cell phone face down might not have anything to do with being in a relationship, because I turn mine face down because I'm on television. I don't want nosy people looking at my screen. Okay? The short temper could come from issues on the job, frustration for the man, low esteem, not being able to hit it like he used to. The change in his sexuality could possibly come from him having low testosterone. There's just before you just jump in there, give it the benefit of the doubt and look at it. But if you find yourself in these situations, consider your source. Because you have some people who do very, very well in breaking up and then making up, and then making up and breaking up. The old songwriter says, break up to make up, that's all we do. First you love me, then you hate me. That's the golden rule between those folks like that. So if you're playing with a psychotic lover, you watch that. What if you find out that he is cheating or she is cheating, and you want to keep that person in your life? Being contrite is the best manifestation of repentance. That you're contrite and you're really, really sorry for what you did. Accountability is now going to be your best friend in your discipline. Be honest about why it happened, how it happened, so you can close the door on it happening again. Remove the temptation. I mean, if you like long chocolate black legs or short butter pecan lips, you don't sit in a room with that in front of you. You need to go on a ice cream diet. You heard what I said? You need to go on an ice cream diet and stop screaming, hollering at those things. Remove the temptation. Be very honest going forward. And finally, most importantly, seek counseling. And if you do that, I believe you'll make it. A Buddhist married a Christian. They loved each other, and they ran into a problem. While the Buddhist would make love to his wife would often, in the midst of ecstasy, call the name of another man. You can't have that in a relationship. I know I wouldn't put up with that, Buddhist or nothis. I don't care what you are. They came to my office and sat down. He's upset she's sitting sideways. I said, what's the problem? He said, every time I make love to her, when we get into the throngs of ecstasy, she shouts another man's name. She huffs and puffs and leans back and sucks her teeth and shucks her shoulder. I said, why are you doing all that? He makes me sick. I said, sir, does she do that all the time? Yeah, ever so often, and it drives me crazy. Call another man's name. I said, sir, if you don't mind, ma'am, if you don't mind, what's the name of the person he called? The man looked at me and he said, Jesus. I said to him, if she's calling Jesus, then you're doing all the right things. I said to her, next time you get involved with somebody, at least introduce them to your God. And that's what I'm saying to you tonight, that God can bring all of this negativity together if you would just take a little bit of time, communicate properly, and seek counseling. In a multitude of counsel, there's safety. That's my Thursday thought. I think things are going to get better for you.